everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my pan nose eyeshadow. Second time filming this video because the first one got corrupted and I already pulled new shades. So I was like, I'm just going to do it again. I didn't work on any of the new shades yet. I only just filmed that, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I was like, fine, I will refilm it. Let's just do it because I wasn't all that pleased with the shades that were rolled in anyway. So a little bit of a cheat, but yeah, I couldn't actually post that video because the file got corrupted towards the end and it was frustrating. It's the second time a video of mine has got corrupted at the end, so I don't know what's happening. I hope it's nothing to do with my camera or my computer, but something is amiss, so I do hope that doesn't happen again. But anyway, this is my pan nose eyeshadows update. I have 2 pans to share with you, so I'm really excited. I decided to go for like a fun lip today. I don't know, I feel like ever since I haven't been rolling in lip products into projects or shop my stashes, I just like to go in and see what I like to do. And I really wanted a purple lip today, and I don't really have a purple lip, but I did go into the LA Girl lipstick, which is in the shade Surge. So it's kind of a purpley pink. It's like a fuchsia. And then the only purple lip product I have is this one from Nomad. This is the Nomad. It's from the Fête de Provence collection and it's in lavender. So put a little bit of that for that extra shine. I don't know why I wanted a purple lip. I did a little bit of a purple eye with a wing and did that this morning, so it's a little bit messy and I am trying to do my curly hair, but I don't have a haircut for the curly hair, so it always looks pretty bad. And also I have a new setup. I mean, it's not new because it's the same sort of background, but I've repositioned my table and like where I'm going to be filming because I found it a little bit annoying to be on an angle, and also I don't know, I'm trying to, you're going to be able to see my background there, which I will try to, I don't know what's going on with this. I will try to do something to make it look a little bit more appealing, but the main reason I wanted to reposition it this way is because I'm facing the window and I would much rather use natural light. I still do have my box light up ahead of me where you can see this little spotlight here. I don't know if I'm going to use that all the time, but I've just been missing my natural light. So I have gone back to my natural lighting, and I'm very pleased with that. And also, before we get into my update, it is going to be 30 degrees tomorrow, which I think is in like the 80s Fahrenheit or maybe like 90s. I don't really know what that is in Fahrenheit, but that is hot. That is hot. I mean, I'm in the long sleeve right now because I'm inside, but it's already warm today. We're having a little mini heat wave here in Portugal starting tomorrow. So I'm so pleased, so excited. And maybe I'll get a little bit of a tan over the weekend because yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. We'll have all weekend to just bake in the sun. And then I complain about my skin, like, oh, whatever. Anyway, let's get into my update for my pan nose eyeshadows. So like I said, it's a pretty good update. I have 2 pans to share with you. The first one, let's go through the order of how old these pans are in the project. So the first one's actually a ColourPop pan, which I have not hit pan on it yet, but this one is from the Flutterby palette from ColourPop, and it is this one right here, but I'm going to take it out because this is so huge to pick up. This one I have had in the project I think since December, and it's looking like this now. Hopefully, because I've changed, my lighting is still going to be okay and the camera will still zoom in. But yeah, I have that much of a dent going. This one, I will tell you how many times I have used it. I have used this 12 times since I rolled it in December, and I do have a 20 use cutoff, so if I don't hit pan by the 20 uses, I will roll this out. So I have 8 more uses left to go. I used it 3 more times this last month. I don't know if, I just don't think I'm gonna hit pan, but however looking at it, I feel like maybe I could, but the ColourPop pans are so difficult. Oops, I'm gonna break it holding it like this. I'm gonna put it back in before I lose it. But yeah, that one, I have 8 more uses left. I have decided also, once I do roll it out, whether I hit pan in it or not, I'm going to be rolling in another ColourPop single from this massive 4 palette. The last one's not being used, but these 3 top ones are all being used by all my ColourPop singles, and I don't want them to be neglected. So once that one is done, I'm just going to use it as an excuse to roll in another one from this. and then we'll just use it, and hopefully I can get more pans in my ColourPop singles. And also they just won't be neglected because they're being a little bit neglected now, and I don't want to do that. Do we like the new setup? I don't know. I mean, this, I don't mind looking at this, but this, you know, my walls are very bare and I haven't tidied up for you, so it is what it is, whatever. Okay, so we have the next one, next oldest, I think, is from this one, which is from THOSE Eye, and it's the Alva palette, and it's called Baby's Breath. I actually was gonna wear this today, but I completely forgot. I was thinking about, you know, do you ever lie in bed and think about what eyeshadow you're gonna do the next day? I was doing that last night, and I was like, I was gonna use Baby's Breath because this one's called Baby's Breath, and then I'll do a little wing. I still did the wing, but I completely forgot that I wanted to use Baby's Breath. So anyway, Baby's Breath is right here. I don't have a pan in it. This one I have used 2 more times this month. I didn't use it at all last month, so I definitely made sure that I used it at least once. I used it twice, and I have, how many times? I've only used it 5 times since it rolled in January, which is not a lot. So I have 15 more uses on this one. I think though I will hit pan in this because I've hit pan in 2 other shimmers in the, what is this? The Alva palette, and it didn't take me too long. So I think I will hit pan in it. It's just not now. Okay, next up, there are 2 palettes here that rolled in the same month, so I'll just pick it by random. But this one was rolled into the project back in February. No. Yes, it was February. And I rolled in the shade Stick With It. I'll show you a close-up. This is P. Louise, and this is the Blend Away palette. This is the biggest monstrosity in my collection. However, I do think the shades in here are really beautiful because I went into this shade while I was going into Stick With It, and it was beautiful. Like, the actual shimmers in here are beautiful, but obviously I haven't gone into everything. But yeah, I've been working on this one, so hopefully that focuses. This is called Stick With It. I've used it 5 more times this month, and I used it 5 times last month, so I have 10 more uses on it. And I think I'm gonna hit pan before the 10 uses. I've been using it in my inner corner or right underneath the lid right here. So this one I've been enjoying, and even though this palette is very annoying, the shade is actually really pretty. Oh, what I haven't done is been swatching. I'll swatch it afterwards. Okay, and then we have the Midnight palette from Beauty Bay. This one I have hit pan in, which I'm super excited about. I rolled this into the project in February as well. And this one is called Gleam. I only used it once the last update, but then I used it, how many times this last month? I can't find it. 3 times. So 4 times to hit pan, but I had used it a few times before that, but there it is right there. And Beauty Bay is notoriously easy for me to hit pan on. I would say easy, quote unquote, but I usually hit pan on it pretty fast. And it was a beautiful shade to work on. Obviously I need to use this palette a little bit more, but I don't know, I just wasn't really into these tones over this winter, and I just didn't get a chance to do it. But I like that I have all of them here. I just don't want to always keep neglecting this, but it was nice to get a pan in it anyway. And yeah, it's a beautiful shade. So that one's gonna be rolling out, obviously, so it's my first rollout. Okay, and then last month we rolled in Dancing in the Sky from Gloss Gods. This one was a shade that I thought I was going to hit pan in pretty fast because I love this shade and already had a little bit of a dip in it. It's called Polar Light. I used it 3 times, and guess what? I hit pan. So yeah, I was expecting to. It's a beautiful, beautiful green. It has a flip of purple, kind of a bluey purple flip. Yeah, I love this palette. Not very deep pan like depth of this palette as well. So again, quite easy to hit pan. This is the 2nd time I've hit pan in the Gloss Gods pretty fast. It's an all shimmer palette. I don't know anything about their mattes, if their mattes are easy to hit pan on, but I've hit 2 shimmers now. They're just so squishy and soft and lovely, and yeah, not deep at all. So this one is gonna be rolling out as well. All right, so that is my color story that I've been working on. If you haven't spotted it so far, they are all shimmer shades. I do want to roll in at least 1 matte this month, so we'll see how I do and what actually happens. But yeah, really pretty. So I'm rolling out this green over here and the purple. So I have very neutral leaning shades left, which is absolutely fine. All right, so we've got all of my eyeshadow palettes here. I will roll 2 eyeshadow palettes and then we will pick a shade. I do have some gardeners here and they're making some noise, so apologies for that. So this is the Essence Circle of Life palette. That's actually good because I have hardly played with this palette, so I really was hoping for some palettes to roll in that I've barely touched. So that one is good. It's a really neutral palette as well, so I think it will work really well with the shimmers that I currently have. And then we have the Menagerie Killer Purr. I've just had that in the Shop My Stash, so I'm gonna be rolling again. I don't want to use palettes that I have just used or have used already quite a lot this year. I really want to just pull ones that I've hardly used. Okay, Gloss Gods Vintage Glam, which is more like a purple leaning palette. So let me just pull those two and we'll have a look and see which shades we want to hit pan on. All right, so here is the Essence palette. It's the Circle of Life. I guess there's 2 of them. This one's called the Circle of Life. So it is a very neutral palette. Let me just open up like this. But it's going to have a glare, so apologies on that. But yeah, very neutral leaning. I don't think I'm going to pick any of the shimmers in here, so this is a perfect one to pick a matte shade. Although this shimmer down here, I did swatch in store and I really, really liked it. It's like a really nice, like bronzy taupe. It's called Brute Strength. Oh, and it's quite soft. I think that would really go with these brighter ones. I don't know. Oh, do I do a matte? Do I do a matte? Let me see. I could probably, let me try to do a matte. Or do I just do a shimmer? What's Faith and Love like? Oh, that's too like, it's too gold, that one. Yeah, okay, so I think the only 2 that I'm really leaning towards would be either Brute Strength. Oh, there's probably 3. Brute Strength, Pride Lands, or Ashes. Let me think about that. This is the Vintage Glam from Gloss Gods. Let's have a look and see which one we want to pull from here because it might determine which one I want to pull from the Essence. So if that makes sense. Anyway, this is what this one looks like. So beautiful, more purple color story, but there are some really like pink, beautiful like blush pink shades and like some taupey shades down here too, or like not taupey, mauve shades. I did say I wanted to pull a matte shade. I think because I've just hit pan on one of these shimmers from Gloss Gods in the Dancing in the Sky, I'm gonna pull a matte. I'm going to pull, ooh, let me see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna pull this lighter one right here. It's called She's Timeless, and I just think I'm gonna be able to use that in a lot of different looks that I'm already doing, or you know, I can incorporate it into multiple looks as opposed to one of these purple shimmers, because I don't always want to use a purple, especially this time of year. So I think it's way pinker when I swatch it than what it looks like in the pan. So that is that one right there. So that's gonna be the first new one that I roll in. So let's go back to the Essence, let's see. I kind of think I should probably just do another matte. So I think the matte that I want to pull, which I'll probably get more use out of, is this one, which is called Pride Lands, or maybe the dark one. No, let's just do that one. Okay, this is quite warm tone. So that's where it is there, because I think it's gonna go with the shimmers that I already have. So let me put them over here and we can have a look at the new color story. Want a box? All right, so that is the new color story, very neutral leaning. So we've got the new Gloss Gods from Vintage Glam. We have the new one from the Essence palette. This one is the Color Pop from Flutterby. This is Baby's Breath from Odin's Eye. And then this last one is the P. Louise from the Blend Away palette. And I'm glad that I picked these two because I think I can incorporate it with all of these shades. And I didn't pick like a crazy blue or purple that just is not gonna work out for me. So yeah, really, really pleased. It's very neutral leaning, but I think that works for me at the end of the day because I do work and I do need to show my face on camera most days while I'm working, so I can't look too crazy. Like I can't have this bright pink. I mean, I could. No one cares. I've done bright red before and stuff, and yeah, whatever. I don't really care. Who is gonna tell me off at this point? Nobody. So I feel like you really could wear what you want. But anyway, that is my update for my pan those eyeshadows. A rambly mess, but thank you so much for watching if you did. And let me know about the new camera angle, if it's okay. I'm sure it's fine. Nobody seems to really care about what the background looks like. I just know it's kind of ugly over here. So, but anyway, for me, it makes more sense. I'm hoping that the lighting will be a little bit better. I do prefer natural lighting. And because it's spring, gonna go into summer now, I will have really nice bright lights. I just think in the winter time, it's just such a struggle. But right now, I don't need to worry about winter because that is like months away. So we are good. All right, I will see you later. Thanks, bye.